What's up, fam? It's your boy, Heaven Hollywood. Who else? Back on IE Network, this is the Heaven Hollywood Report, and let's get to it. Shout out to my sponsor, in case you didn't know, that's itydk.blog. Make sure you check them out on all mobile devices and the World Wide Web. Before we get started, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss one video. Let's go. And we're going to start it off with your girl, Jess Hilarious and Nicki Minaj. Now, yesterday I did a video and I played Nicki Minaj on Station Head, and she was talking about, the record labels taking a hit now because they tried to replace her with a bunch of females who could not rap, right? So she basically said the industry is watered down now because record labels started signing women who can't rap to replace her. Now, Jess Hilarious then responded, and she said, but you're purposely doing features with these girls that can't rap. Now, you never put somebody that can actually rap on your S. So you're, in fact, helping the labels replace you. Now, people took that and then they started saying, oh, she did a record with Megan Thee Stallion. Well, that was not her record. That was Megan Thee Stallion's record. So Jess Hilarious said, you put people on your record who can't rap. Right? So I think who she's referring to is like, she doesn't have a record with Lotto. She didn't put Lotto on a record. She didn't put Megan Thee Stallion on a record. Right? And even her record with Megan Thee Stallion, that was more like what type of lyrics are you really going to have on a record called Hot Girl Summer? I mean, what are you really going to be talking about? But these rapidy rap records, Jess Hilarious that's what she's talking about. She doesn't put a Lotto or a Megan Thee Stallion or Lady London, somebody who can really rap. And then, of course, she doesn't have any of the old school female rappers that can really rap because they don't mess with her. So people that are saying, oh, she did a record with Megan Thee Stallion, that was a Hot Girl Summer record. And yes, she did do a record with her, and she was on Motorsport. Her and Cardi B were on Motorsport. But I also think it has a lot to do with who Nicki puts on her record and who she supports. Let's be honest. Ice Spice is great to look at. Great to look at. Hell, I was just looking at her the other night. Shout out to Ice Spice at out here in Toronto the other night with her show with Doja Cat. But let's be honest. We're not looking at Ice Spice for no lyrics. But yet and still, Nicki will endorse her, call her the princess, then the third. All right? Then we got Sexy Red. Endorsing Sexy Red, putting Sexy Red on her record. Sexy Red's not a lyricist, right? Bia's okay, but Bia's, nobody's going to be comparing Bia to, Lauryn Hill or any of these or Young M.A. no time soon, right? So Nicki has been known to, she'll get on records with men who can rap. But the women who can rap, she always wants to be. You know how there's a girl that wants to be the best looking girl in her crew, and she makes sure all the other girls don't look as good as her? That's Nicki when it comes to rapping with females. Right? So I think that's what Jess Hilarious was talking about. So you let me know whether you agree with Jess Hilarious or not. I don't even really think it's so much of who Nicki rap with, is who she hasn't had on a record. It's who has she done records with. Those girls ain't no lyricists. Moving on to Kanye West. Speaking of Nicki Minaj. So Kanye West had a listening party. He's debuting NewBody. Debut NewBody 5 years later. After the Bobs have been looking and asking for this song. Nicki Minaj even tweeted Kim Kardashian about 3 years ago and said, tell your husband to release NewBody. You know, Kanye West came out after that and was saying that, basically NewBody wasn't getting released. Now that he has, in my opinion, hit rock bottom as far as music goes, and nobody's really checking for him as far as music goes anymore. Everybody's always checking for drama now. As far as music goes, now he decides to release NewBody after Nicki's already said we all monstered out and we don't mess with clowns. Now he's releasing NewBody. He's up on stage, mouthing Nicki's part and this, that, and the third. Here's my thing. Kanye, you can keep that now. What makes you think now Nicki Minaj is interested in you releasing NewBody when she clearly called you a clown and said she's all monstered out, and that was probably because you refused to release the record 3 years ago? Who cares now? It's actually more of an insult now. So now, because Nicki Minaj just released an album, and I'll tell you why he did it. He knows that Nicki just released an album and she's hot. She has the fan base. He's getting ready to drop an album on Friday. So he goes and plays her part when she hasn't even acknowledged the release of NewBody. And he goes and plays her part, mouthing her part. And Kanye West, you're not slick. You're not slick. Why release it now? Nicki Minaj, I'm sorry, I'll speak for her. Nicki Minaj don't give a damn now. You could have kept that. Releasing a song 5 years, that's 5 years old. And because he wants to get traction and cap off of Nicki's new album and off her buzz, that's why he's releasing it. What else would be the reason he's releasing a 5-year-old song? And speaking of that, Offset went viral because he was just standing on stage doing the mannequin challenge while everybody else was bopping their head to Nicki Minaj's verse on NewBody. But Offset is gonna make sure everybody sees him. I'm not bopping my head to Nicki Minaj. Well, let me ask you a question, Offset. What were you doing there anyway? Didn't this man just get put on blast a few months ago for dissing your wife? I'm gonna hit you with a Denzel. He dissed my wife. You know what I mean? He dissed your wife to the world. Video went viral. Called the industry plant, said she can't rap, she don't know what she's doing. She's only been here to replace Nicki Minaj. So why would you go, right, and show up at his party? Why? Because you're no longer with Cardi B now? So you can show up at his party? No sorts of loyalty. None. So you're basically condoning what he said about your wife. That's the way I see it. No sorts of... Kanye West did the same thing with The Game. The Game sat and said all these disrespectful things about Kim Kardashian while Kanye was married to her. And then as soon as Kanye and Kim breaks up, Kanye goes and links up with The Game and does a record. After this man was saying, oh, he put your wife in a chokehold, made her choke on his you-know-what, and then you go and do a record with that person. You don't think these women take that into consideration? You don't think Cardi B is going to say, you're over there with Kanye West, but Kanye West dissed me. Kanye West disrespected me, but you're over there popping up at Kanye West. You don't think Kim Kardashian looked and said, wow, you're doing a record with this guy, and after he disrespected me while we were married? These dudes are goofies. Offset, you're a goofy. Kanye, you're a goofy. Guy blatantly sat there, they laughed at Cardi B that whole entire day. Guy sat there and called an industry plan. He said she can't rap. He said she don't write her stuff. She just total disrespect her artistry. And you got your black ass up there behind him. I don't care if you wasn't bopping your head. You were still there. Goofy. Let me know down in the comments what you think. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the How You Network. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share the video with your friends. Catch you on the next one.